Once upon a time, there was a couple from Sweden and California that never knew quite where they fit in. They had fallen on hard times until a cottage rescued them.
It seemed to have been waiting for their arrival. It had been empty for a while, just like the graveyard beside it over the old stone wall. Longing and dreaming for a couple to move in that would appreciate its quirkiness and cobwebs and love it for the cottage it always was.
You might have already guessed that that couple is us, and we have always dreamed of living in a cottage like this in the countryside. It was during that first moment we took our steps onto its creaky floor that the journey to our cottage life really began.
Much of the first year was spent on working and trying to get back on our feet after our time being homeless and traveling. We only had a few suitcases of clothes and things when we moved in, so it took us many weekends of thrifting to furnish the cottage and make it feel cozy.
We never expected to move to New York, especially in the Sleepy Hollow countryside, and we loved exploring the Hudson Valley and getting to know the history.
To see the seasons shift was like a miracle and wonder every day around the cottage. We had front row seats to watch the woodland creatures live their lives and adapting to every day of change.
We were learning how to adapt too. We finally had a home of our own for the holidays, but not being near our families, it did feel sad at times, and it can be lonely, but we started to create our own traditions. The storms of life can throw you off course and make you feel lost in a fog. Sometimes, if you have a hard time finding your old ways, perhaps the new direction is exactly the path you are meant to take. After all, that's how we found our way to the cottage life in the first place.
Like the patterns in the sand that is erased after a wave have hit the shore, sometimes you see new patterns take form that is even better than the ones you held on to. Or other times, your old ones comes back after being tumbled around on the ocean floor, getting sharpened to better suit you.
The cottage life always has a way of showing us how to come back home and teach us many life lessons through the seasons that we would like to share with you.
Summer in the cottage has taught us to take advantage of nice weather, to have a meal outside in the garden while the fireflies are having a performance for us. On a rainy day, we enjoy the coziness from the inside, knowing that the sun just went behind a cloudy curtain for a little shower, and he'll be back.
It was in the summertime that we first got to share our cottage life with family, and we realized how having them here made it even more homey than we thought it already was, creating warm, sunny memories to keep close to our hearts when the lonely times come.
A true cottage fall starts with not only a crisp morning walk, but also regular visits to farms that sell from their harvests, and then to enjoy it as a pie in the canopy of autumn. As my wife always say, never forget to watch the leaves fall. Never.
We always dreamed of spending a fall in the countryside, similar to Stars Hollow, and we found that small town charm in Sleepy Hollow. And even if it took us a while, we made friends in the area and learned that you're never too old to find new kindred spirits. And they usually come into your life just at the right time when you both need it.
When the first snowflakes fall, we have learned that even though it's getting dark very early, you can brighten your cottage with candles and fairy lights. The colder season is a reason to appreciate a few hours of sun in the form of an outdoor visit. And also perhaps the fluffy passage in the woodland that you saw during summer has lost its leaves and is easier to explore.
Winter is a season we learned to slow down and embrace cozy, slow mornings with tea and homemade breakfast. Then curl up with a book you've been meaning to read. Taking time for self-care really helped me get through the cold and see the beauty the dark side of the year has to offer.
Springtime is a season when the earth comes back to life, and so do we. With every new blossom comes a new inspiration. Living close to nature makes you feel grounded and a part of the story of the whole season.
Every spring, we learn something new in our garden and in all the wildflowers. It encourages us ever onward to embrace the old ways with fresh ideas in an effort to live more sustainably.
We've come to realize on our journey that a cottage life doesn't only have to be living in one. It is a mindset and lifestyle that you can adapt to most anywhere you live. It's all about slowing down and cherishing every charming moment.
If you've dreamed of a cottage life, perhaps somewhere there's a little cottage standing and waiting for you, just like Cobweb Cottage was here for us.
We would love to hear from you what cottage life lessons you found in your own life. And if you enjoy this, please subscribe for more cozy content and visit our blog, itsacharminglife.com.
Thanks so much for watching and bye for now.
Hej då allihopa!